Arsenal, Arsenal, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stay humble, Arsenal. Stay humble, stay humble. Hey, welcome back, welcome back. Hi, it's True Blue Tie here from Thailand. I hope you're doing well. We're on match day. Match day today, for instance, about 11 o'clock Thailand time. So, for instance, it's still pretty early, about 4 or 5 o'clock in the UK. And it's match day. So, for instance, and so I'll be watching it. I think it's 23:30 starts in the UK. So I'll be in Thailand. So yep, we're looking forward to the game. What's it called? But there was some results yesterday, wasn't there? Hey. Oh, the motorbikes out. Yeah. So what's it called? But welcome back to me. Welcome back to True Blue Tie. Just wait for the bike to go away. Yeah. For instance, it's a bit humid today over in Thailand. We've had a bit of rain last night. For instance, it came down quite hard. For instance, a bit of thunder, lightning, a little bit, tiny bit. What's it called? The ball and chain was in. What's it called? Hates the wind. Oh, for flip's sake, one. Anyway, so I love it. I think it's beautiful, because it's good. Because when it rains, it goes right down, boom, thunder, lightning, bam, bam, bam. Within half an hour, boom, it's finished, and that's it. It's just good. Everything's so much better. But drying the stuff, etc., is a little bit difficult, because you don't have washer dryers over there. Well, you do, but I don't bother with them, so I stick it all outside. So, but other than that, welcome back. That's my household chores. You think it's all football, bars and beers and things like that? No. You can still, whatever you're doing in your homes, you got to do out here as well. For instance, yeah. Anyway, welcome back to me. Welcome back to True Blue Tie. And so Arsenal got their humbling yesterday. The star of the show, for instance, got a red card. And even though a lot of Arsenal fans will say it wasn't a red card, yes, it was a red card. But I was shouting about why VAR, at least the referee has to double check with VAR. I just don't understand. But yeah, it was a total red card. And because their insistence of and their pig-headedness, and it's one of the reasons why Man City are in the position where we were in. I would say because of Arsenal, the likes of Arsenal's insistence of not buying anybody during the summer and January transfer window. This pathetic, this pitiful. Here we go. Have this for Ollie Watkins. Attempt to buy Ollie Watkins in January. The reason why they're in the situation right now, and now they can't. Now they're struggling to score, and they're getting against even though I love West Ham, etc. For instance, and good. It was great to see the guys yesterday all cheered, and what's it called? Who have not having the best of seasons, and they should have gone above United yesterday. They got lucky, and So for instance, because of that, for instance, and they only had 2 shots on goal because they can't score because they've got nobody to score. And even though this guy who came on last week, etc., scored 2 goals against Ipswich against Leicester, for instance, and anybody can score against Leicester. I think they lost 4-1 again yesterday against Spurs, and so for instance, so it's no surprise, and expecting this guy to come along and save your season. It's just not going to happen, and or Raheem Sterling come along and save your season. So I'm only having 2 shots, on goal, for instance, in the entire game. I was watching the last 20-25 minutes of it, and my God, I said like it's 1 o'clock, something in the morning, etc. And I'm like, trying to watch this game, and it was just so incredibly boring. And I think Arsenal could still be playing now, and they still wouldn't have scored. They and well done West Ham, and you should have gone above United, and United should have been in 16th today. Anyway, and that is just typical pig-headedness, arrogance of Arsenal. It really is. And I think that what they did last season is go off to Dubai, come back all refreshed, and go on a big massive win. What's it called? But the problem is, I don't know about yourself, and I was thinking about this myself, and I was thinking, I do kind of like my same chores every single day, for instance, like that, the way I live my life. And for instance, here in Thailand, and I have this, chores. And each and every single day, for instance, I try to do the same chores around about the same time, doing the same thing. But each and every day, it doesn't work out the way it happened yesterday. Today, for instance, because of the rain last night, which was unexpected, for instance, there's an issue with the water, so there's not much water. Yeah, and so regardless of how I planned it in my head, it's not always going to be the same, and it goes with our Arsenal thinking, their transfer policies, or their thinking. If we go off to Dubai, for instance, we'll be all right. We'll go on this massive wing. But they never expected to lose Havertz when they was in Dubai. So, for instance, things are not working in the same what they did last season. So yeah, so it's just madness. So Arsenal crazy. So, for instance, Liverpool, all I need to do is they win today, which I hope they don't. And yeah, for instance, they would go 11 points clear. For instance, boom. And I was talking to my best mate, for instance, again. It was last night. He's a Liverpool fan from London. But a big Liverpool fan, and he was saying how he was in back nervous and he wished they got the point of Villa and blah blah blah. And I said, listen, don't worry about it. Arsenal will explode. Don't worry, they're bottlers. And I'm sure they call Spurs the bottle club, or the Spursy. Arsenal just as Spursy as Spurs. So, and they're just a pretty club, should I say? For instance, they're a London club, and London, everything's perfect in London, and all the main Sky Sports and Talk Sport and blah blah, they're all based in London. So it's surrounded by Londoners. So, for instance, and and a lot of migrants, and So anyway, but the fact is, and they have this, but they're a pretty club, Arsenal, but they don't win anything. Whatever. They haven't won anything since FA Cup, last time. And they're not going to win the Champions League, but without a shadow of a doubt, regardless. And they've got a PSV, what's it called, which they should beat any given day. But now they haven't got any strikers, and they're not going to, unless they can get somebody from the academy, they're going to spend the next 14 games without a striker. So Liverpool, God can give them. So they give us a break today, Liverpool. So can give us the 3 points. Bournemouth lost against Wolves. Everybody's praising Bournemouth. Good Bournemouth get top four, and then they go and lose against Wolves. Where Wolves just above United. Yeah. And then United and their game against Everton, which I watched yesterday. And again, it's on TNT, and you've got to listen to TNT crap and. So for instance, and blah 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 blah, and I've actually sent an email into TNT because the absolute disgusting attitude towards the anti-Manchester City in the Manchester City Real Madrid by TNT co-presenters Rio Ferdinand McManaman and the likes of, what was his name, Carragher, and that stupid dumbass comment which absolutely peps that there, going, what the hell. I think he ended a press conference because he just couldn't. What did he say? And Erlin Haaland didn't want to play the game because he had to face Rudiger. And this is the guy. This is the problem. I was talking about clickbaiting. For instance, who's the clickbaiters? The YouTubers or the media, the sports media. And for instance, I feel heartbroken, and I feel not heartbroken. It's not the word. I feel angry. I feel upset because I've got to listen to the fact when I was a kid growing up. For instance, you always used to get the newspaper. For instance, believing what they said, ex-professionals reading what they said. I used to sit there, reading the the Financial Times, the Telegraph, the Mail, listening to the columns of ex-sports players talking about teams, and I used to believe them. And I would believe that, and it was because I would trust in what they said. Now, I can't trust in what they're saying. I can't trust Carragher. I can't trust Neville. I can't trust Ferdinand. I can't trust McManaman. I can't trust them. I can't even trust Micah Richards. He's supposed to be in Man City. I can't trust them. And that's just TNT. And then when you're talking about talk crap, you can't trust any of them of what they're saying. Because they talk absolute bollocks. You can't, and you feel cheated because you listen to a sports program and you want to look at you can't trust them because a lot of them are doing it for clicks. They're doing it for YouTube, so they can get clicks off YouTube. And that's what it sounds like. It just, you've got Mark Goodyear, whatever it is, and then you've got Talk Sport, and you're thinking, well, who do you trust between the two? And you can't. Between the advertisements, the McDonald's advertisements, the what's it called, the gambling advertisements, and their advertisements for their own program, and what they had for dinner last night. Yeah, they probably talk about football about this much on Talkcat. And when these come out with something, they talk, you can't believe and trust in what they say. And unfortunately, you get fans ringing in who will sit there and go like a nodding dog. Do you remember what's going? You used to have your car, and you used to have the dog at the back, and he used to nod his little head like that. Okay, and that is what you got. And I got a lot of talks. A lot of these followers on Talks, but yeah, I agree with you, Jay boy. And it just shows you, where people are. It's about the politics, in politics, the Israeli complex to the Palestinians. I don't want to go into it. But and I've got strong views on that. But the thing is the fact that, for instance, they believe in what the media says. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right, Carragher. I wonder how many people actually believe Carragher when he says Erlin Haaland didn't want to play because of Rudiger. You know, you've got to be loose screw loose. You've got to be totally anti-Manchester City. You've got to be totally, for instance, sleeping with in bed with Carragher. You've got to be totally, to believe in that crap he just puked out. And Pep is probably sat there saying a professional ex-footballer with years of experience has come out and said that. How pathetic is that? And TNT didn't offer an apology. We've already had Sky Sports, Sky Sports, what's it called, offering an apology, for instance, because of the likes of, what was his name, what's it called, talking about Man City's name, PT, and Man City can do what they want. And he's still on the on Sky Sports. Can't remember his name, but yeah. And this is the thing; it just drives you absolutely crazy. So I sent an email into TNT, to complain about the crap which comes out of these clickbaiters, these so-called professionals now. It's funny. Yesterday, I was actually watching the Liverpool, Everton against the Rags game, and the Rags were absolutely nothing in the first half. If you watch it. And they were nothing in the first half, and Everton deserved to be. But the second half, they were playing better. And I'm thinking, they're playing a lot better, in the second half. And then they went to Rio Ferdinand and asking him, what do you think, Rio, about United's performance? Well, I think they're playing crap. I think they're playing, they're embarrassing, la, la, la. And they were praising him, for Rio Ferdinand to come out and say such a thing, it must be awful for a man like that. And then they went on to score 2 goals and got back into the game. Because I thought they were better in the second half. And I was thinking, I don't like this. I think they're coming back into the game. And then Rio Ferdinand, I think they're terrible. Oh my God, and then they come back. So, what do they really know? These pundits, they know, honestly, for instance, in this debate over the penalty, was it a penalty, not a penalty? What is it? If everybody knows about Ashley Young, especially when he was playing for United, was a diver, an absolute diver. And he used to win penalties and free kicks for United so many times. He used to get them just like that because he was United. And he was pathetic. And if he would have stayed on his feet or done something, you could see the shirt pulling. But no, he had to do this theatrical dive. And VAR happened to get him, showed this rather than the shirt pull, they showed him the diving. And if he didn't do this stupid dive, he probably got the penalty. I don't know why he's arguing with the referee afterwards, though. He's not going to change his mind, right? Oh, yeah, okay, Arsenal, let's restart the game. No. If Arsenal Young didn't, from his Man United days, stop diving, right, and stop cheating, I know you got away with United because it's United, and United have got everything at that time. So, for instance, but you can't do it now. So, yeah. So, But United got away with one, I've got to say. Whatever. But, yeah. Anyway, sorry, just a bit of noise. Anyway, so, but we've got, I got the game. It's one at it. It's Sunday. Everybody's off. Had a dog. Anyway, so for instance, so we got the game today. So it was weird how they work out. It always seems to work out that way. Whether we're playing Liverpool or what's it called, or playing Everton, and they're actually playing Everton or Liverpool. It's just weird. Always in the same weekend. I don't know how that works out. The computer. There's a bit of a fix there for some strange reason. I don't know. Seems to happen quite a lot. That. And yeah. So we had the bottom table, the bottom of the table again. Now today we're playing the top half. So, but it was a 2-2. So for instance, and it was weird because a lot of people are predicting our game to be a 2-2. So whether it's going to be a 2-2, I don't know. For instance, I was looking at ESPN. I think the majority of people are going for 3-1. I'm going for a 3-1. I've been listening to Slopp's press conference, very admiring. For instance, respectable of Manchester City, like I expected him to be. Gentlemen, you can understand why Liverpool are playing well under him, because he's probably got a more influence than the whatever of in your face. He got his teeth. Remember when he first arrived at Liverpool, when he had bad teeth, and I bet he had bad breath as well. So now he got new gnashes. So it's better for him to new gnashes. He's got his cream, Arnie. Yeah, you need new teeth. So you can understand why the intensity has now dropped off now. But But the players have been now allowed to play. Whether they continue, especially with the players who want to leave, whether going to be whether Salah's going to stay or whatever, it all depends. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. The entire Egypt are watching it probably today because it's the prince against the king of Egypt, and soon to be dethroned by Omar. Don't mind it. Don't mind. Yeah, just don't like doing that. Anyway, so for instance, yeah. So, but yeah, looking forward to it. I still fancy a Man City 3-1. I was listening to we talk about the key points will be Gakpo, whether the Gakpo is going to be Gakpo is going to be playing. I was listening to his press conference and he was saying he said he trained, but it's going to be touch and go. So, and I think that's a good time to play. Whether I get all our etc. and damn advertisements. Yeah. So, but it's going to be interesting to see about Liverpool, for instance, how they. But I expect them probably set up similar to what they did against. Yeah. So for Alisson, Robertson, Van Dijk, Konate, Arnold, asshole, McAllister. Should have gone for McAllister. Gravenberg, Slabazai, Salah, Diaz, and Jota. So, for instance, yeah, so we'll see how they go. With City, I'm still going for this. What I said before, Edison. I'm still going for Kuznetsov, Diaz, Aki, and Guardiola, and I want Kovacic in Savinho. No Silva, I don't want Silva, Gundogan, and I want to see KDB and Mamouche. If, for instance, and if yeah. But well, it depends on what's got if Arlen's fit. Knee injury, knee strain. What's got on Wednesday again? It's going to be another tough go. But I think I want to see the highlight. For instance, if Haaland then so if Haaland plays, Savinho, KDB, Haaland, and then Mamouche. I'd be happy with that. Well, that's what I want to see. But I want to see Kuznetsov in. Certainly, I want to see Nunes, or I don't want to see Nunes in the squad. I don't want to see Silva in the squad, and I want to see Gundogan in the squad. Not because I don't find. I just want to see more. I think Kovacic has got a bit more of about him, and he'll go well. Gonzalez. I want to see Kuznetsov, and I don't want to see Nunes either. So, for instance, yeah, and we'll see. But even Jack Grealish can make an appearance, but like if he's fit enough. But we'll see. But I'm still going for a City 3-1 win. We'll bounce back. It's going to be a tough, hard game. A lot of people going for 2-2. So let's go. But I don't know what you're thinking. But it's going to be an interesting one. Apart from that, I saw Pep very happy in his press conference, very relaxed. Stupid questions by the journalist trying to ask, trip him up about his sleep patterns and about his So I thought Pep was in a really joyful, happy mood. He was frank about the players, the drop off. So there will be a big change in the summer. what's it called? But with the injuries, etc. But again, the injuries, you could blame the injuries, but if the problem is, you see, for instance, the players, if they're coming back, they're getting injured, going off, coming back, and not having going from treatment table straight to playing the game. They're not having any time on the to get back to 100% in the training before they come into. They're just going from treatment training straight, and this is the circle, and younger players can do it, and older players can't. And if we had a big enough squad, but we didn't. But the probably reason why we didn't get a big enough squad is because we saw the likes of Liverpool, we saw the likes of Arsenal, we saw the likes of Liverpool weren't spending anything, and nobody expected them to be like this after Klopp. Arsenal weren't buying strikers and buying anybody. Chelsea were falling off the cliff, and nobody expected them to start well, but now they've lost again. So, for instance, Man City thought, well, why do we need to buy? We got a team who's won 4 in a row. But again, it was nobody expected Rodri to go down. But again, it's foresight, isn't it? Foresight. And you got to look, and past what happens if, what happens if, what happens if. And so we were a bit naive, and which is understandable, but we should have been more, I know it was Tiki's last season, Pep's contract, etc., a few things. But but we'll get there. I'm still very confident regardless. And shame we're not in the Champions League, but again, I still got confident we can finish very, very strong. Guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. If you're going to the game, big up to you. For instance, hope you enjoy the game. If you're watching it on TV like me, for instance, enjoy. For instance, don't to be too pissed off by the stupid commentary. And send an email to TNT, like I did. The more emails they get, the more they feel the wrath of Manchester City, because they can't continue puking out this puke all the time. See, all the time. For instance, on this bias commentary, whoever you might get Neda Manua, what's it called on ESPN, and a little bit more context. But the problem they got too many British media journalists, and they're Man United fans or Liverpool fans, and they're biased. So, for instance, anyway, so going to love you and leave you. True Blue Tie from Thailand. Like, subscribe if you feel. If you like talking to me, want to talk to me, ask me a question about Manchester City or Thailand, if you're coming over here. And because you'll see a lot of crappy videos and a lot of rubbish videos about Thailand and blah, 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 and what's going on. And but I'll tell you the truth. It's good, and because I've got nothing else to gain. And so anyway, I love you and leave you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow after the result. And I hope you're a Manchester City win. Come on, City. Sorry, Cat from Thailand. Catch you tomorrow.